Hello, how's everybody doing? And I'm back again. This is table time. I talked about the frustration tables yesterday. This is Ex-jehovah witness tape. And I mentioned, okay, when I said frustration tables, okay, I already explained it. I'm sure I don't have to explain it again. So the scriptures book. And now it all of these this studying in all of these tables, it just helps me to see things much clearer. I mean, it clarifies so many things because I know that there are certain things in the world that just just hinder the are just there to hinder somebody, to make it difficult for people, to get people upset. And you can see it in the comments, you can see it in everywhere. That's the thing about it, is it's just like on the internet, you just can't do anything. You have to put up all these different things, so that blocks and stuff like that, just so that you can get to people who really are interested in something. I mean, codes, passwords, usernames, all of that is for people who, mostly, not everything, but it's for, a lot of times, it's for people who like to fake things, people who like to cause problems, people who like to frustrate other people, people who want people to be paranoid about things. And that's what this is for. It's all, I can see it clearly because I'm doing it practically every day. Pretty much every day, because I'm studying it on the days that I don't actually do anything. It's always in my mind. And I see each individual one. Like, for instance, you remember yesterday when I said I wanted to see if there's any more frustration tables that I can do, and I just had to look up the list, and I saw, oh yeah, that one, that one, that one. But if I never had done any tables, I would have to go through all of the information, wait, try and find out this. I couldn't do it at the top of my head because it's all scattered, like I cannot say our ex-brothers and sisters are. It's all scattered. So I'm really happy for the table. I hope other people are too. And it was important when I gave you, this is a Google definition. So I'm going to do the Google definition again before we get into the scriptures book. And I thought it was going to be really hard. But it was hard because I had to do a lot of pondering and things like that. But anyway, I'm going to get in. I'm going to give you the definition because I used a definition in this in the frustration chart. It's really something else how I did it. But I'll just do the definition just to solidify it. Okay. The feeling of being upset, okay, frustration. The feeling of being upset or annoyed, especially because of inability to change or to achieve something. I'm just going to say it because I'm going to go over it again when I do the table. And then it had another note. It goes, the prevention of the progress, success, or fulfillment of something. So it has nothing to do with Christianity. I mean, now I know that the Jehovah's Witnesses are not Christians at all. Nothing to do with it. Nothing. And the only thing it does is just basically there to prevent people from, like I said, like, remember when we did the prayer? They can't get prayers. I mean, they have too many things that they can't do. They can't pray correctly because they have to follow the governing body, and they can't I mean, they can't say, is this right or is that right? Is the governing body, they're not going to pray about, is the governing body the right choice? Okay, so there's no prayer. That's what I'm saying. It's not a Christian relation. I mean, the people are doing it because they're taught that way, so it's blinded. So we got to give them that. And then the prevention. Okay, so on that side, that's us. Okay, it's part of, because I wrote it down over here. I'm going to go over again when I do the table. And for them, it's a frustration because it's part of the definition also, because it's the prevention of progress. It prevents their progress, success, or fulfillment of something. So we're frustrated. Just that's what they want. That's what they're doing it for, to frustrate us. As soon as I found out that, I just let it go. Let them do. If that's what you want to do, just if somebody wants to frustrate you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna continue to let them frustrate you? No, you're just gonna say, okay, just don't listen to them, or just leave them alone, because there's nothing you're gonna get out of it. Okay, so the problem is that the scriptures book, you can say anything they want, and they can call it the Bible, they can do this, but now I know that it's preventing. It's not so much that it's not so much that, that we should want to explain to them, because we can't. The big deal is that they're being prevented. Okay, they're being prevented to progress, succeed, and fulfill something. They cannot do it because they don't have the Bible, because they changed the Bible so that it can't be used. They can't progress. Okay, they can't succeed. They can't fulfill. They won't not have a fulfillment of something. And that goes back to, like, what was I gonna, how can I put it? Okay, because there's some Jehovah Witnesses that, they get this fellowship, or they get, cast out because they go against the organization. And that's because they see the discrepancies. So for them, they're not prevented. I mean, they're prevented, but they continue to do it, and then they find their way out. So now when we do a frustration table, the best thing to do is, I don't know, just let it go, because that's what it's there for, to frustrate you. It's there to make you upset. It's there to annoy you. It's there to to make you unable to talk to them, to relate to them, to achieve something. Okay? So it frustrates on both sides. Okay, so now I'm going to do it really quick. And that's going to be it. Then we'll figure out what the next one is going to be. Okay, so okay, I'm just looking for my glasses. So I thought it was going to be a long drawn one out, but you see the I can't say the logic of, but I guess part logic, but you can pretty much understand how I'm developing these things. Okay, I'm sorry. So here we go. So okay, I gotta just extend something. I know I have all these sounds because I'm so old, I guess. But I saw this movie where they had this old person, and they were making all these noises and stuff. It was like, what in the world is happening to this guy? But they overdid it because it was like a comedy. Anyway, I'm sorry for that. Maybe I won't do it. Maybe I'll get out of it. You never can tell. I'm gonna try to. That's what I mean. You got to work on things. Like I'm gonna try and work on, trying not to do that and stuff like that. But I think it's pretty hard to because I'm old. But I'm gonna try it anyway. I remember my brother told me one thing. He said, I know this is off topic, but this is about me. So sometimes it's good to hear about the person who's making all these YouTubes. And he said, I don't know. I guess he didn't know how I was gonna take it. But he goes, when I talk, we would talk on the phone, and I would be like, I don't know. I just like cut him off, I guess. I didn't notice it. I don't know if I noticed it or not, but I was so used to doing it. So one time he goes, you know what? I'm not going to say anything because you never let me finish. So I said, I did do that? Really? And I said to myself, well, I can't do that. I have to, work on it. And I've been working on it and I'm still working on it. And it's like, when did he tell me that? Maybe it might be can't say 10 years, close to 10 years, but I still worry about it. I still work on it. And it helps a little bit. But the only thing about it is people don't realize that it takes a long time to break bad habits, And I was so happy that he told me though. And I always think about that. I think I'm doing better at it, but it takes so long because I still do it a little bit. But sometimes when I'm talking now, if I talk to him, did I do it? Or whatever. And I'm very cautious sometimes. So anyway, that's a great thing. When you have something like a problem like that, I think that you should work on it. Okay, but everybody thinks about time. Oh, I have to do it in this amount of time or this amount of time. Some things take a long time. Some things take years to recover. So I know it's partly because you're old, because old people, I'm old. But old people pretty much like to, which I learned because I'm old now, I noticed when I was younger, they like to be themselves, okay? And they like to expose them. Show people who they are. They, I guess because you spend so much time when you're young, being like the crowd, okay? I definitely like other people and I like to fit in and stuff like that. But then when you get older, you're like, well, this is the way I am and this is the way. I don't do it in a bad way and I don't think it's a bad way. I think it's a part of life. I think it's a part of maturity, and trying to be yourself more. And that's what I think. When you get older, and I do that, but I'm still gonna try and control it, and that will probably help me too. Okay, so anyway, so here we go. It's not that long. Let me see this. I have my glass. Here they go. It's very short, so don't worry about it. Give me a time to talk. Okay, frustration table affect Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, this would prevent, and I copied it verbatim. It's verbatim. Okay. Okay, this would prevent the progress, success, or fulfillment. I put this one. I put it in contrast, so you can contrast between the Jehovah's Witness, ex-Jehovah's Witness, and the world. So the effect for the Jehovah's Witness, it would prevent progress, success, and fulfillment. That's a part of the definition of frustration. Okay, because they'll never fulfill what they want from the Bible. They won't. They won't. It's just like the prayer. Okay, and okay, Jehovah's Witnesses. This, okay, no, not Jehovah's Witnesses, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. This would cause the feeling, quote, the feeling of being upset or annoyed, especially because of inability to change or achieve something. So it would definitely cause us these feelings because we can't do anything. We can't change anything. We can't, we continually do something that there's no, we will have no effect on it. Why? Because we're being frustrated. And remember, when somebody, this, like I said, it's not a religion. I mean, it's not even a religion. It's a counter religion or something. But it's not Christianity, okay? And I'm adding something else because I don't know if I should tell you now. Okay, I'm not going to tell you now. And then as far as the worldview is concerned, the same definition, but mostly annoy. It would just annoy the hell out of people. I'm sorry, but you understand what I'm saying. Like different Christians, it's like when they know what they changed in the Bible, it's just annoying. The reason why it's annoying because they're not gonna, that's what they want them to do. They want to annoy. Who wants to annoy? It's not so much a Jehovah's Witness, but the people who put these things together. Their whole intent, whether they like it or not, is to annoy. And we know where that comes from. It's just like Christians, they have a feeling and they try and go they try and follow in Jesus' footsteps. I mean, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's like you're trying to follow in Jesus' footsteps, but they're not following Jesus' footsteps. Now you know who I'm talking about, whose footsteps they're following. So all those things go hand in hand. If you're not following Jesus' footsteps, whose footsteps are you following? So you are going to get things like paranoia. You're going to get frustration. You're going to get superstition. You're going to get, is there another one? I forgot how I put it, but over excessive or something like that. You know, overly excessive in thinking something. When I say over excessive, what did I put for that one? Like lucky. It's like overly. I don't know how I put that table, but I think it's over excessiveness or something like that. So those are the traits. They're not Jesus' qualities. And now, when you start talking about this and that, you can go according to this access program. You can say, wait, that's a frustration. Okay, they're frustrating me. That's what they want to do. They're actually working to frustrate you. They're actually working to make someone paranoid. So I hope you got that line of thought. Because, you know, like, okay, this is the last thing I want to say. Is that I always plug my other things that I'm working on. And I'm working on this program. It's called Dance Without Music. And what was I going to say about it after I plugged it? I wanted to say something about how things. Anyway, I dropped the point. I can't remember. I mean, not that I can't remember. I guess it wasn't that important. I wish I forgot. Okay. Anyway, you get the point. What I'm trying to say is there are things that that are there just to annoy you. And it teaches you something because that's what it's there to annoy you. So if something its sole purpose is to annoy you, then you're going to be annoyed. And I'm sorry, but I have to bring up this. This is not the point that I wanted to make. But as far as being, okay, I'm black, so I'm going to be discriminated against. But not just that. A lot of people, I mean, just think about your discrimination, okay? Because I know there's a lot of people from different, everybody watches me. I mean, here, if you're black, you can pretty much be discriminated against. A lot of times when you're old, your sexuality, if you're gay, you can be discriminated against. So everybody think about your what you can be discriminated about, okay? I'm sure everybody can be discriminated about something, okay? I just mentioned some. Some of them are small. Some of them are like, I guess if you have gray hair, you could probably be discriminated against a little bit. What else can I say? What is another one? Even if you're really handsome. If you're handsome or if you're very, very pretty, you can be discriminated against, you know. They call people, like, for instance, like, I hate to say it, but ladies with blonde hair, beautiful blonde, they're beautiful and they have blonde hair, that could be a discrimination. So what I'm trying to say with this point, it could be anything, okay? Even if you're, just say if you could be, I mean, black people are discriminated, but white people, say if they surrounded by black people, they could be, I've seen it to where they could be discriminated upon. Like, for instance, some white people like to have their hair braided. And black people say, you can't braid your hair. You can't braid your hair. You white. So, you know, that's not true, okay? That's a discrimination. So what I'm trying to say is that everybody think about discrimination. Well, that discrimination against you is to hurt you, okay? And that's what certain things, that's what a lot of the different things that we're studying in this access program, I'm trying to get you to see that frustration, when they do this thing with the scriptures book, and they make all these scriptures and they do all these things to switch the Bible, it's there to frustrate you. Not just you, but it's there to frustrate their followers too, because their followers are going to be frustrated because they will never reach the understanding of the Bible their way, because they want them to be frustrated. So they're going to be frustrated. Are they going to know that they're frustrated? No, because we didn't even know we were being just frustrated until we got this thing right here. So just remember, there's frustration. So you got to see what they're dealing with too, you know. Now when I'm thinking about my brothers and sisters, my real siblings, I can see now it's just bleak. Now I have to figure out another way to talk to them or whatever, okay? But anyway, excuse me, that's it for today. That's it for today, and I'm going to see what's tomorrow. What is it for tomorrow? We're getting through these things. Tomorrow we have, oh wow, we did a lot. Scriptures book. Oh boy, I got two. Okay, I got two. I don't know why I got two scriptures books. They say the Bible instead of the scriptures, they call it the Bible. Okay, so I got scriptures book, and I don't know why I have two scriptures book. One is 18 and one is 10. I don't know why there's two of them, but I'm not going to do anything. But the next one is Saul. That's an interesting one. Saul. So you can see how things don't fit together. The only way that I can see now is through this thing. Oh, and about the website, okay. At first I was gonna take it down, but we're gonna keep it because I got a charge, and I thought that they were just charging me for nothing, but they explained it to me. It's just the website is just for information. I told them that's all I wanted for information. They said I'm doing it all right. Don't worry, I can take my time doing it. And remember the website. I'm going to keep talking about the website. The website is Ex-Jehovah Witness. Oh, this is going a long time. Ex-Jehovah Witness Experience. Ex-Jehovah. No, it's Jehovah. No, is it Ex-Jehovah Witness? How can I say it? It's Ex-Jehovah's Witness. Okay, yeah. Ex-Jehovah Witness Experience. That's the name of the .com. Ex-Jehovah's Witness Experience.com. Let me just see that to make sure. Ex-Jehovah Witness Experience.com. Oh, it's good. Well, should I put that? Where am I at? Look at this thing. I got so many. Okay, there it goes. And so anyway, I'm gonna take my time with the Ex-Jehovah Witness, but we're almost finishing up. We're almost finishing up all of this thing, so I'm gonna I have to start working on it. I'm just seeing if we still have our website. Oh, well, let me see, Ex-Jehovah. I don't know if I put the hyphen in or not. Oh, I don't think I put the hyphen in. Ex-Jehovah Witness Experience.com. Okay, so it's no hyphen. So it's Ex-Jehovah Witness Experience.com. Oh, this site cannot be reached. Let me see if I got it spelled right. Oh, wow. Okay, it is the X. I got the hyphen in. So remember, it's X with the hyphen, Jehovah Witness Experience.com. I didn't even know I had the hyphen, but it's very beautiful. I think I showed it to you. Let me show you. Let me switch this. See? Isn't that nice? Okay, so that's it. And I'm going to say goodbye right now while we're looking at our website. Have a good one. See you next time now.